Hello student, Hemant sir is here. So today we are going to understand about the process called evolution. In yesterday video we have seen about the how protein is synthesized in organism's body with the help of transcription, that we have seen the triple T process. What is transcription, translation and translocation? So today we are going to understand about the evolution. So about 3.5 billion year ago the earth has formed. The earth has formed about 3.5 billion year ago, when the part of the sun which is हमने पहले से पढ़ चुका है कि सन एक बहुत मास ऑब्जेक्ट था. देन वन ऑफ द सेलेस्टियल बॉडी दे collide with the sun, and part of the sun which is distributed among the surrounding. Then few of the particles of the sun where they got revolve around the sun and they form earth, and this particle or that matter they becomes collide to form earth as well as moon. Since then the earth's temperature becomes down. अर्थ का टेम्परेचर है जब वो सन से सेपरेट हुआ देन इसका जो टेम्परेचर क्या होगा, डाउन होगा. देन ड्यू टू द रिड्यूसिंग इन टेम्परेचर ऑफ द अर्थ सरफेस द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ केमिकल रिएक्शंस टेक प्लेस एंड डिफरेंट गैसेस विच आर इवॉल्व इन अ सराउंडिंग, और इसके कारण हमारा एटमॉस्फेयर बना. So due to the formation of atmosphere, there are different types of gases. They combines together like hydrogen and oxygen. They forms water molecules. These water molecules they then condense in surrounding, and when temperature is got reduced, they convert into droplets of water. And these water droplets they falls on the earth surface, and water is collected on the earth. That time water which is collected on the earth where a single cell organism which is formed called protoplasm, that which have capability to divide into two parts. Okay, that one cell which divide into two parts, then two cells again divide into two parts. Likewise they start generating their new individuals. Okay, then from there the first, so we can say the first organism which is formed in water only. On the earth the first organism which is formed in water only. So as the time passes, there is evolution takes place in those cells from where the single cellular and multicellular organism they start formation from these primitive cells. Then अब जब क्या होगा उस पर्टिकुलर वाटर रीजन में, जब प्रोटोप्लाज्म लाइक सेल्स की जब पॉपुलेशन बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगी, देन दे विल लुक फॉर सर्च ऑफ फूड ऑन एंड अराउंड of this water surface. Then these organisms they start feeding on another organism which are in lower categories. Likewise हमारे जो different types के organism का formation होना start हो गया. Few of the animals they comes out from the water for the search of food and they becomes terrestrial. Few of the organisms they comes back into the water again, that means they live in water as well as in soil, that becomes amphibians. And few of the organisms they start living only in water, they becomes aquatic. Aquatic means those organisms they live in water only. Terrestrial means those organisms they produce or they develop in soil are called as terrestrial. And amphibians are those organisms they live in water as well as on earth surface are called as amphibians. So अब क्या हुआ, जब ऑर्गेनिज्म का फॉर्मेशन होना स्टार्ट हो गया अकॉर्डिंग टू द डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर क्राइटेरिया, द इवोल्यूशन इज स्टार्ट फ्रॉम देयर. सो अब इवोल्यूशन एक्चुअली में हुआ कैसे, अब क्या हुआ, few of the organism they adapted to the different environmental condition. सराउंडिंग की जो कंडीशन चेंज हो रही है, अकॉर्डिंगली दे स्टार्टेड लिविंग विद सच कंडीशन एंड इवोल्यूशन इन देयर बॉडी टेक प्लेस. लाइक few of the terrestrial animal they start jumping branch to branch of the plant, then after some time they start flying on the or air, we can say they becomes aves. Apes means those organisms they can fly like birds we have. Their bone is hollow and their body weight is very less, so that they can easily fly in a air. Few of the organisms they start living on the earth's surface, so they becomes completely terrestrial. Few of them, so likewise the evolution of organism takes place according to their characteristic features and their habits, and according to the changing condition of the surrounding organism's evolution takes place. Okay, so this is all about the evolution. So we can say when organisms which are formed in water like Paramecium, Euglena, we have this animal or these organisms are called as protoplasm. From there the evolution takes place. Like we have Paramecium, amoeba and Euglena. They are the primitive organisms, we can say. From there entire organism on the earth are formed. Okay, so now we will discuss about time required for the evolution. See, the evolution is the very slow process that takes crores of years for the changes. Okay, so there are different theories that support the evolution. We have theory of evolution, we have Darwin's theory of evolution, we have natural selection theory of evolution, and we have Lamarckism. So these are the different theories which are proposed by the different scientists in order to explain the evolution of organism on earth. So on earth we can say varieties of plants and animals are present, but their ancestors are common. Why their ancestors are common? Because the first organism which is developed in water, and these primitive cells and from these primitive cells entire organism on earth that we can see today are formed by them only. That's why we called it our and other organism on the earth, their ancestors are common. Okay, so now we will see next theory, or we will see the theory of evolution first. So there are many philosophers, they have supported or they have gave different theories for the evolution of life on earth. So one of the theory is called theory of evolution, which says about 300 crore years the life have produced on the earth which is in ocean, that means in water. So theory of evolution says the first living material, that is the protoplasm, which is formed on ocean water. Then in due course of the time unicellular organism was formed. So that time the unicellular organisms like amoeba, Paramecium and Euglena are formed, and from there different organisms evolution takes place. Then the gradually change occurs in the unicellular organism and they convert into, there are the gradual changes that takes place in unicellular organism and they transfer into multicellular organism due to the evolution. And this process is really very slow and it takes crores of years for the changes. Then we have all those changes were slow and gradual. So yes, this changes of evolution is very slow and gradual. That means is whole organism of the body which is gradually developed from primitive to new one. 300 years ago, changes and development in living organism had been all around the multi-dimensional. So around 300 crores year the evolution takes place in multi-direction of the plant and animals also. That's why we see today a different varieties of plants and animals, and in aquatic animals are present around us. Then living organism had been all around the multi-dimensional, and it is lead to the evolution of different types of evolution, or we can say the different types of organism are formed due to the evolution. So जब evolution हुआ, जितने multi-dimensional में हुआ उतने ही टाइप के हमारे organism भी form हुए on earth. So we will see, or we can see different varieties of plants and animals are present if you will look around you. Then and the overall process, this overall process from the formation of new types of species from the previous one is called as evolution. What is evolution? Evolution is the study of plant and their evolution from their primitive cells. Is this study is nothing but evolution. Then hence the overall process is called evolution, which is organizational. So if we will look around us, there are different type of organisms and they are categorized on the basis of their characteristics feature. And that understanding that part, we will understand how evolution takes place in our earth. Progressive development of the plant and animal from the ancestors have been different structural and functional organism, which is called as evolution. So we know the plants as well as animals, they are formed from their ancestor cell, which are common. Okay, so now we will understand the different facts that they support the theory of evolution. One of them, we have the morphological character. So in morphological character, so we have to understand what is morphological character. The morphological character are the character that we can observe with our eyes. Those character of the plant and animal that we can observe with our eyes are called as morphological character. Like if we will see the morphological characters of the plant, you have seen the leaf of the mango tree. The leaf of the mango tree is look like this. Okay, this is the leaf of mango tree. If we will look the leaf of the guava tree, जाम का अमरूद का जो पेड़ होता है, अगर उसके लीफ को if you will observe, you will see the leaf will look like this only. अगर if we will discuss about the plant of that चीकू के प्लांट की अगर आप बात करोगे तो उसकी जो लीफ है उसका स्ट्रक्चर भी आपको कुछ ऐसा ही दिखेगा. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट द वेनेशन. ये जो यहाँ पर जो लाइन दिख रही है that we can see clearly here, that is called as venation. So these are the three different plants, they shows same kind of venation. इससे ये प्रूफ हो रहा है कि all these three plants have the common ancestors. Okay, now in case of animal, if we will see the dog, if we will see the sheep, and we will see the wolf, sheep and the dog, if you will see their body structure, their two eyes are present on the head region and nose is present in between and little below of the eyes, and the structure of ear, the body is covered with hairs. They are walking with the four legs. Okay, so they have the tail. Okay, so these are nothing but the common characters that they have. That means these common characters shows that they have the same ancestor, but according to their eating habit and adaptation, they have formed into different type of animal. One of them has become sheep, one of them is become dog, and one of them become wolf, but their ancestors are common because they shows many similar characters. Okay, so we can say these organisms have the common ancestors. Now if we will see the anatomical evidences mean morphological character ने ऐसे character that we can observe with our eyes, but anatomical character that we cannot observe with our eyes. That means we are studying about the internal structure of our body. So here in your textbook, which is given as the hand or the skeleton structure, skeleton है हड्डियों का ढांचा. If we will see the skeleton structure of the human hand, then cat's foreleg, then if we will see the patagium of the bat, and if we will see flipper of the whale, they have a different structure because their work is different. हम अपने hand से चीजों को handle करते हैं. Cat, they use their forelegs for walking and catching their prey also. Then patagium of the bat, which is used for the flying, and the flipper of the whale, which is used for the swimming. So there is a different works of this different organ. वो सारे के सारे हमारे फोर लिम्स है और सभी का वर्क कैसा है, डिफरेंट है. अकॉर्डिंग टू द वर्क फोर लिम्ब में ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हुआ है. But if you will see the anatomical structure, that is the joining of the bone, arrangement of the bone is really very close similar. बहुत ज़्यादा similarity दिखेगी if you will see the structure of the bones of the human hand, then cat's foreleg, then patagium of the bat and flipper of the whale. They have similarity in their bone joint and other characters. That's why we can say all these four animals have the common ancestors. So there is the anatomical evidence which support the theory of evolution. Then we have next the vestigial organ. So what are vestigial organ basically? So those organs which are present in our body but they are not useful are called as vestigial organ. Like appendix. You know what is appendix? Appendix, it is the organ which is present in lower region of the large intestine. This is the large intestine. This is the large intestine and this portion opens into the rectum. This is the rectum. This is large intestine. Okay. So here the appendix is present. It is appendix. It is appendix. So what is the role of appendix? So appendix have the different types of bacteria which is useful for the metabolism process. अपेंडिक्स में ऐसे बैक्टीरिया ग्रो करते हैं जो हमारे बॉडी में बहुत सारी जो डाइजेशन प्रोसेस है उसको प्रमोट करते हैं. Here the bacteria as they grown they produces the enzyme which helps in the digestion of cellulose. यहाँ पर जो बैक्टीरिया है वो ऐसे एंजाइम को सिक्रीट करते हैं. वो एंजाइम डाइजेशन ऑफ सेलुलोज में हेल्प करता है. बट इफ वी विल लुक अवर हैबिट ऑफ फूड we are eating food which is already been cooked. हम पका हुआ खाना खाते हैं. सो पका हुआ खाने के कारण क्या होता है, जो सेलुलोज होता है वो ऑलरेडी स्मॉल फॉर्म में ब्रेक डाउन हो जाता है, सिंपल फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. तो हमको यहाँ पर जो बैक्टीरिया है वो जो एंजाइम को सिक्रीट करता है उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं होती. अब नहीं होती दैट मीन्स ये जो वेस्टिजियल और जो अपेंडिक्स है ये हमारी बॉडी के लिए क्या हो जाएगा, वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन हो गया. Vestigial organ is the organ which is present in our body which have no use. That such organs are called as vestigial organ. So in our body, appendix, molar, teeth, they are not useful in our body. That's why they are called vestigial organs. Then if we will look about the muscles of this ear, inside the ear we have ear muscles. Can we flip our ears like other animals? No. That means there is no use of muscles of ear. These muscles again will be called that vestigial organ. But these muscles are useful in other organisms like dog, cat, in cow and other animals. These muscles are very useful because they can flip their ears like this. Okay. So but can we do? No. That's why we have this animal and human being also have the ear muscle. That means our and their ancestors are common. But this is the ear muscles, the molar tooth and the appendix which is not useful in our body. That's what they are called as vestigial organ. But this vestigial organ for our body, but it is useful organ for other organisms. Like if we'll see those organisms, they directly eat the green plants. So green plants अगर वो eat करेंगे that means जो सेलुलोज है वो, जैसे हम काउ की बात करेंगे. सो काउ जो ग्रीन ग्रास को ग्रेस करती है वो उसको पकाकर खा रही है क्या? नहीं खा रही है. दैट मीन्स जो सेलुलोज है डायरेक्टली उनकी बॉडी में एंटर हो रहा है. अब जब सेलुलोज उनकी बॉडी में एंटर होगा तो सेलुलोज को डाइजेस्ट करने के लिए जो एंजाइम सिक्रीट होता है वो कहां से सिक्रीट होता है? बैक्टीरिया दैट ग्रोज इन अपेंडिक्स. दैट मीन्स काउ के लिए अपेंडिक्स जो है वो बहुत ज्यादा यूजफुल है. बट हमारे बॉडी, हम तो कच्चा घास नहीं खाते है ना, हम कच्चा चावल नहीं खाते, कच्ची दाल नहीं खाते. तो हमको हमारे बॉडी में जो फूड जा रहा है उसमें जो सेलुलोज है वो हम पका रहे हैं. इसका मतलब वो सिंपल फॉर्म में डिवाइड हो जाता है, यानी ही वो डाइजेस्ट हो जाता है. सो डाइजेस्ट करने के लिए यहाँ पर जो एंजाइम है हमारे बॉडी में उसका यूज है ही नहीं. दैट्स व्हाई दिस अपेंडिक्स इज कॉल्ड एज वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन फॉर आवर बॉडी. सो वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन अपेंडिक्स हमारे भी बॉडी में है एंड अदर एनिमल्स के बॉडी में है. ये शो कर रहा है कि हमारे और अदर एनिमल्स के जो एंसेस्टर है वो कैसे होंगे, कॉमन होंगे. Like molar teeth of our mouth are not useful for us, but they are useful for other animals that eat meat. जैसे अगर हम बात करें टाइगर की, लायन की, तो वो क्या करते हैं, अपने मोलर टीथ का यूज क्यों करते हैं? फॉर द चेविंग एंड टीयरिंग ऑफ द स्किन ऑफ अदर एनिमल्स. बट हम तो ऐसा नहीं करते. दैट्स वाई जो मोलर टूथ है वो हमारे बॉडी के लिए वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन है. Okay, so we can say this vestigial organ is useful, not useful in our body, but which are useful in other body of the organism. That's why the common, that it shows that we, that is human being and other animals, have the common ancestors. Okay, so these are the points that support the theory of evolution. That's why we call them evidence of evolution. Okay, so here we have completed our vestigial organ also. So today we are going to understand about the paleontological evidence and connecting links, then embryological evidence. So tomorrow we will complete till embryological evidence. Then we will discuss about the Darwin theory and different theories which are given by the different scientists. So आज के लिए इतना ही, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. And guys, remember one thing, this part is very important, and if you will see you are going to study the biology in your next standard, then it is a very important part, because ये बेस है आपके theory of evolution का अदर क्लासेस में अगर आप बायोलॉजी पढ़ोगे तो. इसीलिए इस पोर्शन को बहुत ध्यान से कॉन्सेंट्रेशन के साथ आपको पढ़ना है. ओके, तो जब भी आप स्टडी करते हो आपकी जो बुक है वो ओपन होनी चाहिए while you are watching the video, and keep the notebook and pen in your hand, so while watching you can make notes also. Okay, so bye for now.